Om Namah Shivaya. I am astrologer and author Professor Rudramohapatra from Bhubaneswar, Odisha. If you want to know more about me, there are many links about my website, my research papers, my books, even some of local podcast link for consultation. Or if you want to donate, you can also donate by my Paytm or Google Pay ID to support me. Today, I'll tell you about Navamsha and Bhava. You know that I always focus on Sarabala. If somebody is regularly looking at my videos, I say that Sarabala is nothing but your maximum karmic baggage. If a planet is Sarabali in a chart, Saturn is extremely strong. The house where Saturn is owning, the person is carrying the maximum karma bala or karma phala of that house. For example, Aries ascendant, Saturn is the 10th lord and 11th lord. And Saturn is extremely strong. That means you are carrying the karma phala of your last career and income. That means you definitely going to be a workaholic in the last life. But today's topic is not on Sarva. It is on Bhava Bala. Surprisingly, if the Lord of the Bhava is Sarvali, then the Bhava gains the strength. Apart from that, the aspect, the placement, other things are concerned. That is why the tricky calculations are mentioned in Sadabala. But Bhavabala is done. Once you are done with Sadabala, if the Bhava Lord is Sadabali, then Bhava gains the Bala. I am not saying that thing here. I am saying how Navamsha is also saying about the Bhavabala. Try to see Navamsha a very different fashion. See, Navamsa is also equal to Lagna Kundali or more than that if you go for this Shodasa Varga system of wattage to Navamsa, Lagna and Sashthyamsa. We omit Sashthyamsa due to the time variation, but yes, Navamsa you can take, you have to take, it's a must. What does it say? A house says your superficial, it is a superficial look. Navamsa is a look by the magnifying glass. You will understand the same thing with a very good example. Similar thing, take Aries ascendant, second lord, and seventh lord is Venus. And you see in the seventh house, in the seventh house, there is no planet is aspecting that, no planet is placed there, and you see I wish that one or two planets there in the seventh house so that I can some planet is aspecting to that so that I can say that during that dasa that person will marry. But do you know the beauty of Navamsa? In the Navamsa of the seventh house or the Dharamsa, there may be three planets in the Navamsa. What does that indicate? That these are the three planets which are going to control your seventh house also. Because this Navamsa of seventh house is nothing but the Sukma house of that seventh house. The Navamsa of the first house is nothing but a Sukma Lagna. What you cannot see in the D1 chart, you see it in the Navamsa. Continue with that same example. Aries ascendant, seventh lord Venus, but no planet placed, and Venus has just past the Antardasa. You look for the Navamsa, there is Mangala, there is Buddha, or there is Brihaspati. It is gain of that planet. Suppose the sixth lord is in the seventh house Navamsa. Sixth lord is Mercury in case of Aries ascendant, and it is the third lord and sixth lord. Now it is in the Navamsa of seventh house. It is bad. It indicates a kind of yoga of divorce. Well, conditions apply. But you are looking that Lagnesha is also in Dharamsa, in the Navamsa of seventh house. Lagnesha is Mars. That means that person will be very serious about his marriage life. And during the Dasa of Mangala, that house is getting little bit activated. The house which is showing to have no Bhava Bhara, but in the Navamsa there are three planets in it. What if Mars, Sun and Jupiter? The Trikona Lord in the Aries, they are in the seventh house. You say, no, seventh house, there is no planet, so Dasa is not coming. No, you see, if Sun is there, so during the Dasa of Sun, there is a chance. Because Sun, even if it is not in the house of seventh house, it is in the seventh Navamsa. So that means if you cut one layer, one layer of seventh house, in one layer, Sun will be there. So the houses or the Navamsa of various houses is nothing but the Sukma houses of that Bhava. So if you say no, seventh house seems to be wrong. No. In the Navamsa, there are many good planets in the Dharamsa, in the Navamsa of the seventh house. So it is automatically getting the Bhava. What if Venus is there? You see, Venus is afflicted in D1, but it is there in Navamsa. So the strength of that bhava cannot be only determined by the sarvala and that power, that aspect and placement of other planets in that bhava, as we see in the classics. We should also consider Navamsa. Because if that bhava's Navamsa is really getting uplifted in the Navamsa, suppose any Dharma Trikona Lord is in the Navamsa, seventh Lord, that Bhava is getting strength. As I have said earlier, I do not know why Jukti Bala is not taken in counting the Sarvara. Similarly, I do not know why the Bhava, or sorry, the Navamsas of the Bhavas are not taken to count in the Sarvara. Well, this is our turn to incorporate the same. Whenever you look for any Bhava in the Lagna Kundali, please verify the Navamsa of that Bhava in the Navamsa Kundali. If all good planets are placed, that Bhava is definitely getting a good, Bhava Bala. And it is going to be good for that native. And during the Dasa, a planet is posited, there is chance of getting activated, though classics are not saying in that fashion, but we have to do further research. I hope I made myself clear that never judge the Bhava Bala from the Lagna. Please consider the Navamsa of that Bhava in the Navamsa chart. Only Navamsa is enough. Only Navamsa is enough. If Sasa Sastyamsa I will incorporate, no. See, after all, Sadbala of that house lord is extremely necessary. That is 80%. The remaining 20% you can verify from the Navamsha. So as I have already made the video that never negate Navamsha, or similarly you see the Bhava Bala from the Navamsha. Ashtaka score good. Bhava Lord afflicted in the Lagna. But in Navamsha, Dharma Trikona Lords are sitting in that Navamsha of that Bhava. Extremely good. So whenever you are considering the Bhava, please look for that. Well, you can also say that this Navamsha of that Bhava is under Papakartari, is afflicted by some planets, is aspected, that you can say. Because here you are considering the Navamsha as Rasi Tulya Navamsha, as a Rasi chart only. Well, I think that after listening to my video, you will always check that which are the planet posited in the Navamsha of that Lord, and those planets are going to regulate that house. During that dasa, the result will fortify. And if the Navamsha of that house is getting enriched in the Navamsha chart, even if the planet Lord is little bit not, it is just reaching the minimum Sadabala, the Bhavabala will be more. So next time you calculate the Bhavabala or you see the Bhavabala graph in many softwares, please look for the Navamsha of that house and then add or subtract some Bala from the Bhava. You know that my experience in astrology is extremely meager, around 5 years only. So learned astrologers watching my videos are requested to give their invaluable comments for the listeners, for the watchers, and for definitely a demut like me, which will take the field of Jyotisha ahead. Well, this is all for today. If Lord Mahadeva wants, I'll come up with another new video soon. Till then, God bless you all. Om Namaskar.